You're watching the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Now here's your hosts, Tom, Nick, and Dave. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. It's you, it's me, it's N.R.D. Uh-huh. Let's start the show.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. It is you, it is me, it is T&D. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 180 of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Right, ladies, 180. We're 20 weeks away from 200. Now, the big question is, will we get the Chris Castro Brawler, or will we riot first? You just let me know. I'm ready to.
I didn't realize we were so close to 200. I have an off-the-air idea for episode 200.
Okay. It will not coincide with my wedding, unfortunately. I was like, So, but yeah, speaking of 200, we'll open up another micro brawler to try and get that set or to come home or at least RSVP. So there we go. The Hangman Brawler looks really nice. The face is a bit more cartoonish than the original, but like this is the gear from the face down, from the
mouth
down.
is huge.
Yeah,
he seems very excited or angry, one or the other.
It's half his face, but I don't hate it. I also just realized, like, wait, is the rubber falling off? But I didn't realize there's like the flare on the boot. That's a little nice detail. Another nice detail is that we are getting a Steph DeLander micro brawler. In fact, by the time this airs, it could be at my house. Just saying, it's possible.
Right.
Steph DeLander, the queen of the death match. Matt Cardona, friend of the broadcast, great friend. Steph DeLander getting her own micro brawler, and it's quite possibly the greatest looking female micro brawler in the history of micro brawlers.
Can we confirm?
I wish I had like a Cheeto to just like throw at you.
It has molded eyes, right? Can we confirm that?
I don't know
No,
if
it doesn't. No, they're painted.
Oh, it doesn't.
But they still look good.
They look good. I have not bought a brawler in a long time. I bought this one.
Oh.
Let's see. I'm just trying to see on the obviously we've ranked brawlers. We've ranked brawlers 3 times on here, but we've never ranked them all together, kind of. So I just know that she was semi close to the top. I feel like I was just looking for. I guess I'm wrong on that. Not as high up as I thought. Chelsea Green Hot Mess was 41 on the first ever rankings out of 87.
Okay, that was only 87 brawlers when we did the first ranking.
287, I believe.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 232. Excuse me, 232.
That took us 7 hours.
You can watch it.
Yep.
Oh, if you scroll back a while, we got it all up there. You can watch all like 7 hours of it.
If someone watches it and can prove to me that they watched the whole thing, I will send them something very nice.
Very nice.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if I can find the.
I'm trying to think of what the last brawler I got was before Steph, and I honestly pre-order. I don't think it was this year. I think so. Like, I'm trying to think what came out this year.
Not as much as last year, but some.
Yeah, I'm glad they slowed down a bit. Let me see. Amazing Red, no. Timeless, no. Dusty Rhodes was the last brawler I purchased.
Wow. Well, there you go, folks. Don't go looking to Tom for brawlers for sale. But yes, I am very excited to get.
Look at me for brawlers to sell. I have so many old ones.
I meant buy. I'm sorry. I used the wrong wording. Listen, there's only one brawler we truly want. That is a Christopher Michael Castro brawler. Chicago.
So I can take it. None of you guys got any of the new ones that were shipped this week?
Just
the Mercedes Monet, the Chavo, or the Demolition.
Chavo.
I saw pictures. That thing looks terrible.
It's the gear's okay, but the face looks like a pint-sized all-star.
I would have rather. It's like current Chavo or like like later on. If it would have been like WCW with like the Pepe, like the horse, like or something like that, I would have jumped right on it. But I just don't feel like it doesn't really fit what I'm doing.
I also won't lie when I say I don't really remember much about Chavo except for his name.
So funny.
Chavo.
So I would like to use that exact soundbite as a story about my sister Kathleen. So Kathleen is an educator. God bless her. This is like years ago, but like kids in the background, like in the back of the class, like I guess like it was like quiet study time or whatever it was, but like the kids are on the back in the back of the class, like on the computers or whatever, and like just one kid just keeps going, "Ooh, Chavo, ooh, Chavo," like over and over. And my sister yells, "Hey, Chavo Guerrero, keep it down." And they all just turn. They're like, "You know who Chavo Guerrero is?" And she goes, "Yeah, and his Uncle Eddie. Now quiet down."
Yeah, awesome.
And they were just like, huh?
At that point, you've got the respect as the educator, and those kids are yours.
Yes, ma'am. So yeah, that's my Chavo Guerrero adjacent story. No Chavo Guerrero for me. Demolition I passed on simply because I have them already and I'm not a big enough of a fan of them get.
I will say
they look good though.
Cool. They look better than the original. Cool. They'll rank high.
I seen on the Brawler group like comparison photos, and they're actually like way different than each other. They're like completely different molds, completely different, just everything.
I was impressed with them, but I couldn't tell you one thing Demolition ever did in the ring.
They were at one point the longest reigning WWF Tag Team Champions until the New Day broke their record.
I love the New Day.
And then the Usos broke the New Day's record. So Demolition is the third all-time reigning WWF Tag Team Champions. But I believe Axe had a falling out with WWE, so they will never be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Tragic.
Unless Triple H works his magic like he did.
I don't know. You never say never in wrestling. I don't know.
Yes, of course. So
well,
there's only one never that I guarantee you will never. I
know what it's not going to be. I'm gonna segue real quick.
Oh boy,
it's that my man Shane McMahon's AEW. He's all elite. It's coming. You know, I thought it was a joke at first, but I mean, this thing's picking up some steam, and I don't know. Some quads, the bionic quads are ready.
Forbidden Doors on Sunday.
Oh, talk about busting open a forbidden door.
Can you imagine
for real
if it's like Okada needs an opponent? Here comes the money. Here we go.
But they can't use that theme, I'm sure. So it'll be like it'll be in Japanese.
Here comes the yen.
Instead of a coin dropping, it'll be money, like bills being counted.
Like when you put it in like the money. So
I've seen a meme where it said,
a grocery store. You know what I'm talking about.
I can't wait to see Darby Allin and Shane McMahon jump off the top of Wembley Stadium.
So wait, let's be real. Hold on. Let's jokes aside. I think this can happen.
I think it'd be great too. I mean, I'm not just. I mean, obviously, I have to say that, but I mean, legit. I think that this would be interesting.
100% can happen.
Who? Okay, so let's say hypothetical. Let's speak in hypotheticals. Shane McMahon goes to AEW.
Okay.
First question is it as an appearance or is it a match?
He would not have a match. I don't think they would put him in the ring. I could see if they did some sort of angle where, like, Christopher Daniels is Tony Khan's mouthpiece right now as an authority figure. If they were to take out Christopher Daniels, and this is me completely booking on the fly, they took out Christopher Daniels, then they want to get to Tony Khan. Oh, you gonna mess with my friend? And he just slide. Holy, what the hell's he doing here? So,
okay. What do you think, Nick?
I think he should come out of the crowd and be like, "You know who I am? You don't know why I'm here." In this, but I definitely think he's gonna wrestle. He has to wrestle. Because there's no way that if you're Shane McMahon, if I know Shane McMahon better than anybody, obviously, I'm the president of the Shane McMahon fan club, and there's no way that he wants to end his career laying in a puddle quad on WrestleMania while Snoop Dogg is dropping drop kicks or whatever he did.
What would be great is if he comes running into the ring and just leapfrogs immediately. But no one else is in the ring.
Yes.
He's doing like that cheerleader, like standing split. Woo!
Yeah. So
I think there's no way that he wants to end his career like that. He knows that. I don't think that Shane and Triple H really like each other that much. I mean, that's what what people have always said. And I don't think that he's going to get that opportunity in WWE again.
So, okay, if he wrestles, because I agree, I think he does have to wrestle, but I think Dave's theory makes sense. Who would be two parts. Who would be his realistic first opponent? Who would be your dream opponent?
I think Sting comes out of retirement for this one. If you're looking for, because I always harken back to this. Nobody expected the Shane McMahon AJ Styles match at WrestleMania 32 to be as good, or 33 to be as good as it was. And it was far better than it should have been. But that's how good AJ Styles is. So I'm trying to think of somebody who is on that level that, the old, he could go wrestle a broomstick and sell out,
I mean, I know Shane's got to be in like his 50s by now and stuff, but I mean, he in his prime, Shane could go. I mean, he's not like a pretend wrestler. I feel like Shane McMahon is like a real wrestler.
No, I know that, but at the same time, it's one of those, if Shane McMahon's match star average is 3, put him with somebody who can have a 5-star match on average, like an AJ Styles. So
Shane McMahon versus Kenny Omega and Kenny Omega's return match.
That's what I almost see it as, or just I feel
Will
like
Ospreay
the Young Bucks.
versus Shane McMahon.
You put the Young Bucks against Will Ospreay and Shane McMahon.
That doesn't make sense.
Once Will Ospreay has the world title, it will.
Okay.
Swerve versus Shane McMahon for the championship.
I think having Shane,
then you get Will versus Shane at Wembley.
I want to go off of what Dave was saying, though, this booking where Shane becomes the mouthpiece for Tony Khan, basically, whatever. So it would be Shane. It would have to be Shane and someone against the Bucks, or it would be Shane against Okada, or Shane against Jack Perry.
Shane and Kenny Omega versus Jack Perry and Okada. Tag match.
That's it.
Because I kept thinking Jack Perry, but I'm like, can he make him look that good?
Jack Perry that would not be a good match one-on-one.
But I think that's where you kind of get Jack Perry's the guy they can beat up. But then you could just have Okada fucking wreck him with the Rainmaker and boom.
But I think if we get that match of Shane and Omega against Jack and Okada, it does give a chance for Jack Perry to get a little oomph,
Yep. So
if they bring in Shane, I mean, this is just me spitballing and stuff, because I recently read that the whole lawsuit had been dropped and everything. Do you think they could get Vince?
Wait, the lawsuit got dropped? We're gonna have to talk about this.
I read the lawsuit got dropped.
Oh, we're gonna have to talk about this on camera because I was not prepared for that. So next week on the episode, we'll break down all the legalities of Vince.
I mean, I could be wrong, but that's what I read. I mean, I can't verify my source because it was on Facebook.
Listen, Vince McMahon does not excite me.
But do you think? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that could even be
No, if Vince McMahon shows up at AEW, I'm done.
To inject a lethal dose of poison. You mean Rehypnol?
Even if it's what if he just sits in the front row and supports his son?
I'm done.
His quad.
Listen, I'll say this. We can talk about and speculate how Vince McMahon or Shane McMahon would debut. And it could be magical, it could be historical, but it would not be as perfect as the debut of the Wyatt Six on Monday Night Raw last week. Now, keep in mind, folks, we're recording this on June 23rd, so this will be recorded and edited before Monday Night Raw, so if they've done anything since then. But I am a big-ass baby when it comes to being scared. Let's be honest. I don't like haunted houses. I'm not even a big Halloween guy, except for candy. I could not turn away, and I was petrified. Nikki Cross comes out, doing the whole ring pose and shit, crawling out, stands
Nikki
up.
Cross did great.
And they all did great. It was so perfectly shot. And so I watched I'm not one of those people like I like to go watch reaction videos. I did to this, and like I saw a couple be like, so she's coming out like the ring. Why would a cameraman follow just because she pointed like? I'm like, dude, shut up. Suspend your disbelief. And it's just like,
Why
oh
wouldn't the
shit.
cameraman follow?
What's that?
I'm sorry, if I was a cameraman and that happened in front of me and that Nikki Cross thing pointed, I'm going that way. I'm not.
I don't want to be around her.
No. That was a great start to that.
So beautifully shot. Speaking of shot, R.I.P. to Chad Gable, who took one to the dome, but apparently is going to wrestle on Raw. Like, if he doesn't come out with his head wrapped and like looking like Scott Hall in '99, where they like made him wrestle drunk, like coming out all woozy, like oh shit, we got a problem. But like the masks, all the gears, it was so well shot. I'm just thinking to myself, look how shitty this would have been if Kevin Dunn was producing this. Now, something that I don't know if a lot of people caught, when Uncle Howdy comes out, man, he just comes out with this swag to him.
Yeah.
But like right before he gets to Joe Gacy as Huskus the Pig, he almost trips because you see him like
Dockmaster. That would have been like the new Shockmaster.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, don't fall, fuck.
I enjoyed how, I mean, they've been doing this a lot lately. Everything from when the cameraman walked through the door until they came back was all just one continuous shot. All the way, which I thought was well done.
They had to have practiced that so many times.
Oh, yeah.
So many times.
Supposedly they brought the guy, sorry to cut you off, Tom, but the guy that does Halloween Horror Nights, like the designer or whatever, they brought like in to design the whole backstage thing and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. My favorite part of that was when Eric Rowan, because he's what, the rabbit? No, he's the
Yep.
Yeah, he's a rabbit.
Eric Rowan's the rabbit. I really appreciated that he had his Bludgeon Brothers hammer. I thought that was a very nice nod to Brody, to Luke, whatever you want to call him. But I thought that was like a really nice touch. And I appreciate it. Because like I can't imagine being like, this is going to take us to a much more emotional level. I couldn't imagine being Eric Rowan knowing that the two people you were closest to in the company are both dead.
Yep.
And like you're the only one left.
Yep.
Or like Bo, like continuing his dead brother's vision of like all this and stuff. You know, that's like emotional to him.
So I want to take the
so high on him.
I want to take the Brody tribute to another level because not a lot of people notice this either. So Rowan has his back turned to everyone at first. If you notice, in the back of the head is the fucking skull mask that Harper used to wear when they were the Bludgeon Brothers.
See that.
Which is why his back is to you, and then he turns around. So.
I see some too where like Uncle Howdy had like the bray on his
it said bray on his gloves.
On his fingers and stuff.
And it's just, and I think it was also so well done that was pointed out later, like, it's not a guarantee, but like maybe. So like when Drew did the whole I quit thing, goes through the gorilla position, they are showing you what that looks like typically. So for the fan that doesn't know what it looks like on average. Now, that's far different from what it looked like about an hour ago. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Did you see Jey Uso's interview afterward?
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing. He's like, did you see that? Did you see what the Wyatt Six did? They can have the Fireflies back because I don't want no smoke from them. I'm glad to honor my brother Bray, but they're yours now, Uncle Howdy. We good.
The question is then, when Bray came back, it was just build up to really nothing, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what my fear is there.
Do we think that they're going to go balls to the walls with this? Because they kind of have to, right? Like I feel like if they don't,
I worry that when the special effects, like when all the special effects and this eventually we're gonna have to have matches in the ring, and that's where it's even with Bray's character, that's where like it was great until the bell rang, and then like it just didn't even with the red light with the Fiend and all. I mean, it just didn't.
So here's what I've read speculation on, or people are theorizing or hoping for. So they don't want this to be any sort of supernatural thing. I forget what video game that Simon Miller of What Culture said on his podcast, but it's like there's a game where there's a group called The Family or something like that, and they're just really crazy fucking people that you just don't want to fuck with.
That's how the Wyatt
This is what
started.
they are. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, there's no
special
supernatural. There's no like, so like they can do that, and obviously you're gonna have to take that helmet off, that mask off at some point.
Yeah.
So and that's fine. And I had a theory, and I mentioned this in our Patreon chat, patreon.com/WNRDB. What if this leads to, and again, we're gonna we'll figure out the Money in the Bank situation probably next episode to determine who will be what contestant. But my thought is, what if it's literally like the Wyatt? Now, Wyatt 6 is spelled SICKS 6, and I think the S is a 5 at the end.
That's like Slipknot.
So it's really weird. But so my theory right away was this: okay, they only have 5 members. They have Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, Dexter Loomis, Eric Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bo Dallas. So where's the 6th member? Now, first of all, touching tribute, they were like, oh, Bray's the 6th member. We're good. But then I'm thinking, like, what if Alexa Bliss is the main character in all of this? And, like, so the women are going crazy in this match, and then all of a sudden, lights start to go out. Like, I don't know who the favorite in Money in the Bank is going to be. Maybe Tiffany Stratton, maybe Chelsea Green. But, like, whoever is, like, at top of the ladder, ready to grab it. All of a sudden, lights start to go out. Here come the Wyatt 6, the 5 members, and all of a sudden they part the Red Sea almost. And here comes Alexa Bliss, just walks up the ladder, takes the briefcase, boom, that's the end of Money in the Bank.
And does nothing, takes it and leaves.
Just takes it, or like you can just show her sitting on top of the ladder with the Wyatt 6 kind of surrounding the ladder almost.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if she even has to push it. Similar to what Brock did a few years ago when, like, Mustafa Ali was right there. What's that?
I don't want her to put her hands on anyone. This is a good idea.
Yes. Yeah, like she literally, like, everyone is just like, what?
Everyone's just shook.
Yes, that's exactly
so,
it.
Like, I would love it if someone's on the ladder and
the
it's
lights
still
go out.
on the ladder as Alexa
just
Bliss
like
goes up and just slowly walks down.
Yep. Or they could just be like, the fuck? Just the whole time, be like, and not even move. Like, they're so scared in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my thought. I think it'd be really cool because I'm just thinking,
I like that a lot, Dave.
Bo Dallas, like, if you line all 5 of those people up and you put Alexa Bliss there, who's the biggest star? It's Alexa Bliss. Yes, it's Bray's brother, but Alexa Bliss is still the bigger star here.
No, not a chance.
So
I like it.
Because I'm trying to remember if Alexa was world champion during her, like, spooky phase or no?
I don't think so. No, I think that was past.
So, but
I read a theory about how Bray Wyatt's spirit was going to be in the lantern. And so that's what people were saying. It was like the lantern is now like Bray Wyatt's spirit. So in my mind, I instantly went to The Undertaker back in the day with the urn and Paul Bearer, like the power of the end. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they use like the Bray Wyatt spirit as the urn, but it's like the urn for the
Chelsea Green's about to go to the top of the ladder, and Nikki Cross just like a bright ass light that like used to shoot out. He's like a police flashlight. So no,
but I'm very intrigued. I'm intrigued by all of this. I was hoping for some on SmackDown, but at least we got Jacob Fatu. But.
Honestly,
I'm
sad I didn't see that live, but I saw it on Twitter, and that was good.
Like, he came in, wrecked everybody. I'll say this: I was expecting him to. And I'm not trying to body shame anyone or call anyone fat anyway. I thought he was larger in size, similar to Solo, but he looks slimmer than Solo a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. But I thought he was honestly
slimmed down too,
than Solo. What's that?
Solo has slimmed down too.
Yes, he has. So.
Solo's looking phenomenal.
And also, correct me if I'm wrong, has Tonga Loa had a match yet?
No one cares about Tonga Loa.
Just asking.
No one cared about Tonga Loa when he was in New Japan. No one cares. Like, He's
you weren't a
literally
Camacho
there.
fan, wasn't it? Camacho?
Big Camacho fan.
Big
No, I was a
Camacho?
big fan of the Rising in TNA with him, Eli Drake, and Drew. What was Drew McIntyre's name? Drew Galloway. The Rising. Stand up for
what was the
wrestling.
other guy? They were like they drove like the little lowrider bikes out. It was like Camacho and Hunigan. They turned into Sin Cara, and the original Sin Cara went crazy and got fired, right? And then they turned him into the Dark Sin Cara or whatever.
Shit.
I was reading today briefly that there's rumor that Jacob Fatu will not be allowed to go to like WWE international shows because he's got a criminal record.
Yeah, happened like MVP. Like MVP couldn't go nowhere either.
Well, so that was the issue with the Usos. Like in what was it? There was some show that they did where Sami Zayn was the one that had to help Roman because the Usos weren't allowed wherever it was.
And
I want to say it was Canada, but they are now allowed back.
Canada's like really strict about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, with like they had DUIs. You can't go to Canada for like 5 years or something like that, 7 years. So
I'm excited for Jacob Fatu. I think that's going to be really fun. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a big Jacob Fatu fan. Yep. Everything I've ever seen that man do, I was just like, oh wow.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
No, completely.
So I think it makes sense for him to be in WWE over AEW, obviously, but I'm very much over this bloodline thing, and it has been reinvigorated to matter again.
Yeah. Civil War
and I
is
don't
coming.
think,
I'm telling you.
I think next summer we're gonna get some big's gonna go with it.
Rock will come in and he will be with like the new guys, right? Is that what everybody's thinking? And then Roman will have like the Usos and
I don't think The Rock. I do not see The Rock being allowed to participate in War Games, and I think you can keep it very simple. You have the Bloodline 2.0 with Fatu, God, and Solo versus Roman, the Usos, and Sami. Like, that's just the number game for weeks. It's 4-on-3. They can't win. And then Sami will come in and be like, boom, let's go.
If Sami does that, the crowd is gonna lose it. And that's how you get Roman to be a babyface again.
He's already a babyface. And I'll say this, when Paul Heyman was literally like to CM Punk and they hugged, like Danielle hates CM Punk. She also hates Paul Heyman. And she's just mad at the TV as I'm like making her watch this. So I'm like, I need to watch the first 10 minutes just in case the Wyatt Six show up. And they hug. And I'm like, yay. She's like, don't cheer that shit. They're bad people.
I like Danielle. You should keep her around.
I plan to. But yeah, and then when he's just like, Paul Heyman is just playing like, he's just like, take me with you. Like, I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling for this man. Like, Paul Heyman's in a toxic relationship, and Paul is somebody who's been there. The sun will come out tomorrow. You will find that freedom. I promise you. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
1 week of wrestling.
Awesome.
I'm excited for wrestling again. Like, granted, I don't have cable right now, and I've got to figure that out.
You got to figure out a way to watch wrestling.
Oh, somebody give Tom their cable pass.
Yeah, put in the comments your cable sign in below, everyone. I don't get the Yes Network.
I'm going to be honest with you. Just Venmo me, please.
If we get enough we'll have a third Patreon tier. $80 a month, Tom's cable.
Tom's cable bill.
Listen, $50 a month. That's fine.
Oh, so sorry. Tom, shut up. Shut up. $80.
$54.99 for the first 3 months. Plus and then $80.
And you get to watch TV with Tom via Zoom once a month.
That's done.
Watch along.
Buy my toys. Send me gifts on Venmo. You want micro brawlers? I'm selling them. You want AEW figures? Seriously, like 70 figures for $200. Get fucking real and buy my figures.
Well, I went to Walmart the other day and they had all the AEW figures like discounted on clearance, like $5-6 and stuff. Like,
I know, Nick. I know, bro.
Remember when we were like trying to murder people to get our hands on these? Remember when that was such a thing?
When they dropped, I went to 3 different Walmarts every day, if not multiple times a day, to find them. For 3 weeks before they actually showed up in stores. Now they're worth nothing.
Series 1, fresh in box, except for Brandy and Jericho.
Some of those might be work. Wasn't there like a skin tone thing, and then they like redid them?
Yeah.
With a
Yes, this is
skin
version.
tone?
This is number 1, series 1, baby.
That might be worth something, maybe.
Yeah, they're not worth shit.
I got Jake Hager. I got this on Mark
toys.
Sterling's
Dave.
Whatnot.
Buy my toys.
$15.
Find me on Venmo, just Tom Sasso, SASSO, and just send me money. Like, I got some stuff going on, and I could really use your money. So if you want to Venmo me, hold on. It's right here.
There you go. Tom's face is right in the middle. Just saying hi.
You thought those Wyatt 6 QR codes were wild, folks. Scan that thing and see what happens.
Honestly, just send me money.
Send him money, folks.
Pay my bills.
You can send Tom money via our Patreon, patreon.com/WNRDB.
No, I don't get that money, you asshole.
ProWrestlingTees.com/The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Also get a Castro Brawler or We Riot t-shirt. Let our voices be heard collectively. Facebook, Twitter, X, Instagram, at WNRDB, The Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. Of course, right here on YouTube. Below Tom, there's a button that says subscribe. If it says subscribe, you're a terrible person, which means you haven't subscribed to our channel yet. So you should subscribe. And if you do, it'll say subscribe, which means congratulations. You're a great person.
Countdown to 200.
Countdown to 200, baby. 20 away. 20 away. I'm counting down on my personal Facebook page. Today we were 90 days away, and we went with Titus O'Neil. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. There we go. So
Terry Crews. I picked Terry Crews.
I know it's fun. Just follow the comments if anything, folks. So yeah, find us there on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follow AquaCare Pool Center. Pool service. I'm so sorry. AquaCare Pool Services. If you've got a pool, he's your.
Yeah, if you live within 15 miles of me, I will come and clean your pool.
I wish you were in New York, because I see him all the time. Follow Tom's Got Glasses on Instagram. Follow my DJ page, DJ DaveCTheVoice. And yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast. So on behalf of myself, the King of the Nerds, next week we probably find out who the contestants are for the Wrestling Nerd Broadcast in the Bank. That was a fun one the last 2 years. As a Mr. Money Broadcast in the Bank, you never know what could happen and who could cash in. So until next time.
Oh my God, if I cash in, I am ruining your fucking wedding. If I win, I'm ruining your wedding. I'm just going to let you know that right now. If I win this, Dave, I just want to let you know.
It's for the Patreons, Tom.
I will sign up. I am going to fucking ruin your wedding. I am going to rip my suit off and just be in a Speedo, quick paint my face, put Harold on, and go to town all up in your business.
All of a sudden, my brother-in-law just like tears open his tux, and it's a referee. That's
what I was going to do. I was going to have a referee Speedo on.
Does anyone have reason these two shall not wet? Yeah,
no,
you
Nick,
shouldn't be wearing a crown while married. What?
Nick, you just need to run up and leapfrog over someone to help me. Like, oh my God. Out of nowhere, Margaret just comes in crip walking and singing Snoop Dogg songs.
Drinking gin and juice at the bar. So, folks, until my wedding day, we're 90 days out. Don't forget to tell your mother you love her every day because, like Kevin Durant said, Mom, you're the real MVP. Good night, everyone. God bless America.
I timed that so well.